What's going on, guys? How you doing? TK Pryor coming at you. Just want to extend some positive vibes, definitely extend some mindset changes, and hope that this message reaches someone in a way in which adds to life instead of the negative taking away. So I want to get into protection of the personal economy that is your household. I always encourage people to become their own bank because that shores your financial future. And the first step to bank charter is assets. And the way banks store assets is tangible, hard assets. So you accumulate hard assets to the point of as much as you can afford to store, the better. The more you store, the better you ensure your future, because the wealth transfer will immediately transfer or immediately go to hard assets once it happens. Now, for those of you who don't realize it, the hard asset revolution is based on people who have a lot of paper money, see volatility in the market, and look for an outlet. It's just that simple. Prudent investors, forward people with a lot to lose, are not going to sit back and wait for the loss. They're going to look for some sort of refuge and seek outlets. So think about all of the bubble markets that exist within our current economy. The bond market, real estate, the stock market is a bubble. Every economy is a bubble, right? Inflated markets that have no real substance. So once the vice hammer hits, people with money are going to look for a safe haven. And typically, that safe haven is always tangible assets. So we're talking about gold, silver, and Bitcoin. You have to store it in your own personal bank, and then you can participate when the value of those three assets go up. So it's just that simple. You want to know how to make it in the 21st century? Become your own bank. Store as much gold, silver, and Bitcoin as you can afford to accumulate, acquire, and then wait for those assets to go up in value. That is the 21st century blueprint, because 1% of the world's wealth in Bitcoin will equal a $10,000 coin. The same skyrocket principle applies to gold and silver. So it behooves you to be smart enough to get your head out your ass, turn off the television, pick up a book, and start to become financially literate. Set yourself up for a strong personal economy. The bank of you should have at least $100,000 in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. If you can afford to do that, you're setting yourself up for a strong financial future. It's just that simple. So think about these advances, because the paradigm shift has already happened. It's just that people aren't smart enough. Like one person told me, I feel offended when you use the hashtag go back to sleep. Well, you should feel offended, because the paradigm shift and the financial changes within our economy have happened. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a fact that people just aren't paying attention to. Gold settlement via the blockchain. Google it. Swift implementing blockchain of their own. Blockchain blueprints for small economies. China implementing the blockchain on the Silk Road. These are shifts. These are game changers. People use that word so frequently that it loses substance. But blockchain technology is simply a ledger, and it's an open, transparent ledger that prevents greed, fraud, engineered scarcity. So implementing the things that I just mentioned on the blockchain allows a new engineering, a new wave of ease of transaction, right? Because a ledger records transactions, and ease of transactions facilitates growth, and growth sort of paves the way for the transference of value, the transference of what we consider money. So think about trade as it applies to the Silk Road, and then think about infrastructure as it's recorded on the blockchain. So the advancement of technology, or the advancement of money, is going to be ushered by blockchain technology, which is what actually is behind Bitcoin itself. So positioning yourself in cryptocurrency allows you to participate in this expansion. As people begin to realize the applications, you begin to profit from your pioneer participation. Do what you got to do, people. Get on this path. Protect your individual household economy. Become your own bank. Establish yourself. Transfer your paper money into these tangible assets, and you will be okay. Everyone else, you're in for a world of hurt.